Hey, what's up YouTube? Lightsaber Samurai here, and we are continuing on with Backlog February. And for this video, I dove deep into my PSP collection, and I pulled out a game that might be among my favorite for the system now. So, what game would that happen to be? Well, let's talk about it. Okay, so the PSP in question, enter Guilty Gear Judgment for the PSP. This was brought to us by Arc System Works and Majesco. And the reason why this game is so cool is, well, there's a couple of reasons. First off, I thought it was just a fighting game. I thought, oh, okay, it's a Guilty Gear, exclusive for the PSP. I just thought it was a Guilty Gear fighting game and didn't really think that much of it. I like the Guilty Gear series, and, I figured, I'd get around to it eventually. I was shocked and pleasantly surprised though when I found out that Guilty Gear Judgment was in fact a side-scrolling beat 'em up, and that's absolutely fantastic because we get a nice old school belt scrolling action game in the Guilty Gear universe. In this you play as starts out with 5 characters, but you can end up playing as 20 different characters from the Guilty Gear series, which is absolutely fantastic. Now as you go through the missions with them, you'll go through the same stages, but some of them will have different, all the characters will have a different story and different motivations for being there, and whatever the case. And so that's really cool. It's also cool that all the characters definitely feel different from each other. Basically they took the Guilty Gear fighting system and just put it into a isometric belt scrolling game. So I mean, if all the attacks that you're familiar with, you can pull them off pretty much with ease. If you played any of the Guilty Gear games, you'll be pretty much right at home, and that's really cool because each character gets a ton of different moves that they can use, including their special attacks, which is absolutely awesome, and that keeps the game from getting stale. So not only do you get a ton of different characters that you can play as, one thing that I always like about beat 'em ups is the fact that while the characters you play as have their own special move, I like that it has a separate meter for that. I hate fighting games or beat 'em up games where you do your special move and it takes out of your life bar, and so you're constantly hoping to find food to replenish that. And like I said, those aren't deal breakers for me, but it's definitely welcome when beat 'em up uses their own special bar for their special attacks. This game does that. This game has something like I can't remember how many levels. It's a lot. It's like 20 different levels. Got boss fights every couple of levels, and yeah, this game is just all in all just awesome. If I could think about any complaints, really the only complaints, you got a few different enemy types, and they swap palettes and slightly swap the look every now and then, but for the most part you'll get the same type of man-sized lizard type enemies. You'll get some kind of flying enemy, whether that's birds or bats or something like that fly across the screen to attack you. So it's cool. At some points in the game you'll have a mount that you can ride atop of, golden axe style, and you can use your mount to attack enemies from the front or the back, and so that was really cool. Like I said, all in all, this is just a really well done side-scrolling beat 'em up, and they give you tons of content because, again, 20 playable characters. When's the last time you played any kind of beat 'em up, whether it was Final Fight or Double Dragon or whatever the case, where you got that many characters to choose from? It's absolutely awesome. And like I said, the levels are the same, but each character has their own story mode, and that's absolutely fantastic. In addition to that, if this great game wasn't enough, they also put Guilty Gear X2 Reload in here, and so this is the game that we got on the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox. The resolution looks a little bit lower, but all of the gameplay is intact, and this game runs and plays extremely nice. Again, this is a game that I I had lower expectations for it, and I was completely and pleasantly surprised at the game that we got underneath. Matter of fact, we got 2 games, so that's a ton of content packed on this one UMD. Last time I checked, this game was hovering around like the $25-ish mark, and it's totally worth it. You get 2 full action-packed games on one UMD. So if you don't have Guilty Gear Judgment yet, definitely pick it up. As far as I know, Guilty Gear Judgment wasn't released on any other system, so if you want to play, especially the side-scrolling beat 'em up, if you want to play that game, it's exclusive to the PSP. Alright guys, I do believe that's all I've got for you, but let's talk about it in the comment section below. Questions, comments, concerns, threats. Have you guys played Guilty Gear Judgment? What do you guys think about the game? If you like this content, go ahead, hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done so already. You'll be glad you did. I do believe that's all I got for you. Lightsaber Samurai out. Peace.